off the wall, we've got a lead change. Almost back halfway down the field, and most of the field is stuck.
New formats, new racers, and a new track to begin the second season of Marbula One. Hello everybody, I'm Greg Woods, perched high atop the pylon here at Minty Mania, ready to get qualifying underway for the hosts, the Minty Maniacs. You see the banked turn that awaits our competitors over on the far end of what looks to be a fairly fast course. I am very intrigued about what this is going to be like, as we have a very different qualifying setup than we have before. 20 runners, as opposed to our usual 16 that we had in the first season, will start off with an individual time trial. And to get things going, our overall champion from the first season, that's Speedy from the Savage Speeders. Close behind, that's Yellow Eye from one of the new teams, Crazy Cat's Eyes. In this first section of qualifying, the bottom 4 will be eliminated, and 16th through 9th will be set. From there, we'll move on to Q2, where it will be a race-off between the top 8, a 2-lap event, and that will set the order from 5th to 8th. The 4 that survive and make it on to Q3 will have a 2-lap shootout for pole. Look at the speed they build up, slingshotting around that final turn. Usually we're used to the final turn being right before the start-finish line, but this is pretty far back, and they can build so much speed here. It's a very technical beginning to this course as well, as we see Starry and Prim. Starry goes purple back there, 13 hundredths ahead. Around that final turn, Prim needs to make up some time, but look at the speed. In the green, Starry comes across and lost it all in the 3rd sector and falls down to 5th. So Yellow Eye on top with a 16:04. A very technical, twisting first part to this track. And as you can see, some marbles lose a lot of time through there as they coast their way down the backstretch, choosing their entry. And look at this, Razzie passes and goes in front of Minty Drizzle. That is a poor performance, 2.39 seconds off the back. Razzie, in the meantime, moves to 3rd, 33 seconds back. A bit of numerology there for you. Waspy and Limeline from Midnight Wisps and the Snowballs respectively, both of them running fairly similar times through the splits. Waspy just a little bit worse, and will slot into 9th provisionally. Already halfway through the order of Q1. Snowy comes out now for the Snowballs, followed close behind by Clutter. Snowy, of course, the runner-up from a season ago. And where are they going to be through the first split? Marble must finish faster than the time that Snowy currently has. Because remember, the bottom 4 are eliminated, so you want to stay out of the relegation zone, which is that bottom 4 set of marbles. Now up, Yellow and Mallard. And Mallard in the green. Yellow just a little bit beyond, although in the 2nd sector that really blew up. Same thing for Mallard. Can they claw it back at the end? Not quite. Where will that slot them? Well, Mallard goes up into 3rd place. That's not bad at all. Next up, Momo and C from Team Momo and the Oceanics, respectively. 17 hundredths down through the 1st sector, compared to a 1/3 of a second for C. Ooh, a very sharp angle on the exit of that banked turn. Lost a little bit of time. And did anybody fall into the bottom 4? No. Next up, Hop, our 17th runner. With just 3 more behind, Azure is one of them. Then it will be Smoggy and Bumble. A lot to take in through this course as they drop down the ramp, positioning themselves for the entry onto the bank turn, and both of them nearly 8/10ths down. And it only falls away from them from there, and Hop falls into the bottom 4, as does Azure. So Clutter is the one that is just out with a 17:09. You gotta be quicker than that, and since these two are our final runners, this will determine the bottom 4 to get eliminated, so Hop and Minty Drizzle are definitely out. And Clutter and Azure are the other two. They will be eliminated. Also, 9th through 16th is set, but for the first 8, queue them up. Ready now for Q2. This will be a 2-lap shootout with Yellow Eye, what is essentially on pole, but bumps against the chevron and loses first place as they head into the turn. This is our first chance to see how this track will race once we get under green flag conditions. Who will handle it well? It's not so imperative that you win this race necessarily, but you have to stay out of the bottom 4. Spots 5, 6, 7, and 8 are going to be set. And I know it's only 2 laps, but some of these competitors are probably going to be feeling gassed by the time they get to Q3. Dropping down the far backstretch. A change of the lead as Speedy goes up front, guaranteed to move on, and there is your cutoff. Bumble gains 1 spot, but cannot get ahead, and will be eliminated, but start 5th in the race tomorrow. It's a lot to take in, but remember that Q2, a top 8 race-off, 2 laps that will set 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Now, our top 4 in Q3, who will sit on pole for the Minty Mania Grand Prix? Lights are on. And the shootout for pole begins. Is the same error going to be made coming right off the line? And it kind of was. Speedy used that little chevron to the advantage and headed up into the top spot. Only 2 laps to handle here, so you cannot put a single foot wrong. Smoggy trying to hold off Mallard for 2nd place. Would love to start on the front row, and actually gets onto the belt cleaner. Smoggy is going to have the lead heading into the final lap. It's anybody's game back for 2nd place. In fact, Speedy falls all the way to 4th. Mallard, Yellow Eye, in 2nd and 3rd. Oh, a little shoulder there as they head down into the hairpin to exit onto the backstretch. Smoggy holding the lead through the bank turn. Is anybody going to be able to challenge? No! Smoggy gets pole for the first Grand Prix of the season. So because of the pole position for this season, the Hazers get an extra point in the standings, and thus, by default, move to the top spot. But all of the points will be awarded tomorrow, though, for the finish in the race. No Q1, no Q2. It's a straight blast to see who can win the first Grand Prix of the 2nd season of Marbula One at the Minty Mania Grand Prix.